Honestly, when I saw this video, my heart actually bleed. Yeah, because I don't expect a black person to be doing this, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that we have some of these black folks that at the end of the day, every single thing that black Americans are trying to fight for and bring into limelight, this set of black people literally want to destroy it. And I am not going to be surprised if this black person is not a US citizen. Because a lot of people are already saying it that they are not sure that this guy is a black American person. A lot of people are saying that they are sure that this guy is an immigrant. So I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not at all. I've seen some black Americans that will literally tell you that they don't support what these other black Americans are doing. But I've not seen to this extreme that this guy set his camera, wore his jacket, turned on his mic, only to tarnish every single thing that black Americans have been fighting and have been struggling for. But I love so much the Fafo he's getting. And if you're watching this clip, at the end of the clip, you're going to be seeing some comments as well that I attached that people actually drop. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want you guys to tell me your honest opinion of what you think about this video. If this guy is really a black American. Let's go watch. I'll be back with commentaries.
Nobody gives a damn about the Jim Crow era. Nobody gives a damn about slavery. It already happened. So what? It's in the past. It already happened. You niggas need to understand one thing. It doesn't matter anymore. It already happened. It's the past for a reason. It doesn't exist anymore. Because guess what? White people used to say the N-word all the time. Now they're scared to say the N-word in a song they're singing at a concert or whenever they're bumping to music in their car. People look at you crazy because you cry about everything. Literally everything. You want to know what we're actually affected by today? People race baiting in politics. The fact that 52% of murders in America are committed by black men even though we are only 13% of the population. Like, think about that for a second. More than half of the murders done in America has been committed by by a set of people who are only 13% of the population. Bro, there's a problem. What's really affecting people is, black people wanting to punish the white man and get revenge on the white man for, number one, something that they never ever experienced in their life, which is slavery, and something that you never lived through. Point blank period. AKA reparations. Like, do y'all not see how dumb this is? How are you gonna ask for something? How are you gonna ask for compensation for something that you never went through? Something that you did not experience during the time through which you lived or have lived. Bruh, you weren't even born yet. You know what I'm saying? Your mom didn't even think about having you yet. Nobody cares, man. Stop crying.
I want you to drive from Shreveport, Louisiana to Savannah, Georgia, and go 9 miles over the speed limit the entire way. And then you can come back and let us know if racism is just a thing of the past and it's so stupid for us to still bring it up. Go ahead. Let me know how that goes for you. Fuck around and get pulled over in the wrong part of Alabama at 11 p.m. And you can come back and tell us if race is just a thing of the past. Why do we always bring it up? What the fuck is wrong with us? This is the problem. This is the problem right here. I really do try to condense these videos down so I don't lose people in their attention spans. But if I skip some parts, I feel like the point will be missed. So I want to give you this little analogy. All right, let's say I'm a car. Let's just paint it as if I'm a car, right? And historically, over and over and over again, somebody just comes and slashes all four of my tires over and over again. I make a big hubbub about it. I make it a big deal. And then now that stops happening, right? Laws were put in place, whatever happened. So now me, the car, I don't get my tire slashed anymore. But somebody comes and keys the car. Just a little scratch. And I make a big hubbub about it. I say, hey, he keyed my car. I need some help here. Like, they're keying my car. And they're saying, why do you always bring up the fucking car? Why do you always talk about yourself? We helped you out with the tires and you're still bitching. Why are you still bitching? as you're still actively being affected by the people who obviously don't like you being a car. It's just not as bad as having all four of your tires slashed. Or similarly, if you're driving and you get pulled over all the fucking time and you make a big hubbub about it and they say, oh, we already helped you out with the tires. What are you bitching about? And you're like, hey, I can't go to the fucking Cheesecake Factory without getting pulled over and harassed. And they say, oh my God, you're so obsessed. You have such victim mentality. You get what I'm saying? I have to try to break it down for people so these stupid motherfuckers that say, oh, you always talk about race, you're race obsessed, you have such victim mentality. Like, there is always fucking reason in America to bring up race in any regard, not only given the history, but given the fucking present day. If racism was truly 100% a thing of the past, if the prejudice and the oppression was 100% a thing of the past, sure, it would be strange to talk about it, but we just saw a woman use racial slurs, raise $500,000 for no fucking reason, help me protect my family. Where's the danger? You're the one who went out and used the fucking racial slur, and she made $500,000. And y'all are sitting here saying it's a thing of the past? Yeah, we're not in fucking chains anymore. They don't put us on stage and auction us off like fucking cattle. They don't send fucking dogs after us because we ran away. But don't just sit here and act like we're in some gung-ho perfect country where you're not affected by your fucking skin color. That's the crazy part to me. I can say with confidence that I have never in my life tried to use my skin color as an excuse for fucking anything. But I will not ignore the differences in my human experience compared to the differences in a white man's human experience in America. To ignore it is crazy. You can acknowledge it at the very fucking least. You don't have to agree with it, but you can fucking acknowledge it. You don't have to act like it's just not there. You don't have to try to take it out of the museums and the history books and the curriculum. You can just fucking acknowledge it. To the white people that say that, oh, that was back then, how can you be mad at me? I'm not. Just acknowledge it. Stop acting like it's fairy tales. That's the craziest, like one of the, so fucking weird to me, man. Yes, there are people that will try to lean on the race card more times than not. And it makes it worse for everybody. Like if I'm fucking walking down the street and my knee's so fucking ashy that if I trip and fall and hit the pavement the right way, I'm gonna burn down the neighborhood and somebody calls me an ashy motherfucker, I don't readily consider that racist. That's just an observation. I got ashy ass knees. I need to moisturize. But some people will take that and be like, oh, my ashy because I'm black, yada, 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 right? But when I look at this from my perspective, right, which is what I guess would be an uncommon experience for a black man in America, unfortunately. But I have been very, very blessed growing up, right? We never had like the fancy house and the fancy cars, but rarely did we go without. Okay. Private school, college, yada yada yada. My dad's account number was on my bill payments for quite some time. A very, very blessed life, okay? So why on earth would I walk around pulling the race card when I know my life has been probably better than a lot of black people, white people, a lot of different races. Just blessed all around. So when we bring up race, it's not to say we're victims, give us this, give us that because we're victims. I bring it up because I say, hey, bitch, acknowledge it. Y'all the type of motherfuckers to go outside with it raining and be like, damn, great weather to throw the frisbee around. No, bitch, it's raining. Acknowledge it. It's there. That's the strange part to me. You either hate it so much to where you just wish it was completely eradicated from the earth, or you're a part of it and you're terrified of the guilt that comes with accepting that you're a part of it. So you just want it to go away entirely. And you don't want the kids to be taught about it, and you don't want to see it in museums, and you don't want to see it in your entertainment. You don't want to see it at all because you either hate it or you feel guilty because you're a part of it. All because of how somebody fucking looks. Insane. Black people can be racist as well. I want to make that clear, okay? There are white people right now that will say, oh, the white man is the most oppressed race in America right now. I've never experienced so much racism from black people. It's crazy, it's wild. So when it's towards you, you acknowledge it, you speak on it, you voice it. But when it's on somebody else, you hate that it's spoken about so much. Do you see how fucking crazy that is? How the fuck do you acknowledge shit like white people being oppressed in modern day and then just act like because black people aren't being shipped over here in fucking slave boats, anybody that talks about race is so out of pocket? Police brutality is present, happening actively. That alone is an issue we should be speaking about. Get the fuck. I don't walk around saying all white people are awful, evil, racist people because I have met hundreds of incredible, warm-hearted, genuine white human beings. And I know that there are some black people walking around that just haven't had the experience of those type of white people, or they've been shown a specific type of white people so that when they get out in the world, they already have this assumption of how white people are, and it shows in their actions, similar to how there's some rural family in fucking Arkansas that never got to go out and experience the love and the culture and the inclusion that's a part of the black community, the beauty in the black community. They just hear and see the bullshit that's around their small town, and then they go out in the world and act that way. The point of me saying that is those are inexperienced people. But when you have been blessed like me to see the love and the inclusion that's in the white community, and then you have white allies that have seen the beauty of the black community, so they don't go out with this stupid assumption that all black people are thugs and all white people are racist because they've met the contradictions in that fucking stupid ass assumption and they act accordingly. So how the fuck do y'all who know that there are different types of black people and know that there are different types of white people and understand with your grown adult mind that there are different types of people, 300 million plus people in this fucking country, and you constantly throw people into one fucking bucket? You want your background and your history to be acknowledged, and your current pain and your experiences and your struggle to be acknowledged. But then when it's time for somebody else to have that same treatment, you want to burn it from the fucking earth. Weird, weird, weirdo, weirdo alert right here. Come and get him. Creepy police, arrest him today. That shit is
Nobody gives a damn.
Oh my god, my guy. So, like, you don't even have a clue of the point of them pointing out systemic racism and shit like that. You don't understand that at all, do you? Okay, because you're a generation and a half being treated 100% equal. A generation and a half of being treated 100% equal, and you forget your entire past, and you think that there's nobody that looks like me in higher power, when cleaner and stuff like that, in higher power, that still thinks like their grandparents taught them to think. You don't think anybody thinks like that, my guy? I mean, I wish that you was 100% right. I really, really, really do. But I live in a rural southern state, and I can tell you, it's not like that, man. All right, and whenever you talk about the murder rate and stuff like that, it's great to forget it's only a generation and a half, and a lot of your people were shoved into slums and stuff like that. And it's well known that the government supported the drug trade at one point in time, the illegal drug trade, because it helped to destabilize foreign governments by allowing them to do the illegal drug trade in the United States. Guess what demographic they targeted to sell said illegal drug trade? It's all a setup, and y'all, so many people are falling for it. Why? Don't forget your history. And it's recent history, because what happened to your grandparents and your great-grandparents isn't super old, okay? No, you and maybe your parents have never experienced systemic racism. And that's a strong maybe on your parents. So quit acting like in one whole generation it's all changed and there's nobody on the white side that flies a Confederate flag. Okay? What's wrong with you people?
Nobody gives a damn about the Jim Crow era. Nobody gives a damn about slavery.
You know what I find odd about you, newfangled ass black men? It's the willingness to be stupid. I'm not even gonna lie. That is odd to me. The willingness to pretend like if I ignore these things, oh well, people don't care. Of course they do. But you have gotten so caught up in white politics that you seem to forget that. Let me help you understand something, young man. People do care. That's why there's an entire museum about it. There's an entire museum that President Trump is trying to close down. But I thought they didn't care. Why would they touch it? If they didn't care, why is he trying to close it? Why are you erasing the exploits of the Tuskegee Airmen if they don't care? If they don't care? Hmm? I'm pretty sure you didn't realize that Harriet Tubman was buried as a brigadier general. And if you went on the Department of Defense website, you wouldn't find that. Why are they erasing that if nobody cares? Hmm? They must care somewhat. They're doing everything they can to erase it. They're throwing letters CRT, DEI, woke. But you said they don't care. You said they don't care. It's funny how the people that don't care are the ones that are doing all the fuck shit. Don't you find that odd? It's kind of like vote. Give me a perfect example. Everybody says voting doesn't matter. If that's the case, why are there so many people hell bent on stopping folks from voting? It must mean something, don't you think? You can't really do something and then say, well, nobody cares. See, that's how I know you one of them newfangled motherfuckers. Doing your damnedest to ingratiate yourself with a group of people that 60 years ago would have tried to put you in a tree. I get it. It's the new mingling time and everything. But please understand something. If nobody cared, they wouldn't be trying to do all they can and all they are doing to erase the history that you said nobody gives a fuck about. You don't find that odd, suspicious? You really don't? You mean to tell me you see all these things being erased, whitewashed as it will, and you think these people still don't give a fuck? That is where men like yourself or young men like yourself fail every single time. You see, you don't have to forget who you are to be whatever it is that you want to be. So I'm going to need you to think about this. I need you to really think about this really, really hard. If nobody cares, then why is the President of the United States, the Secretary of Defense, and everybody in his administration slowly erasing your ability to hear about it or read about it or go see it in the first place?
Nobody gives a damn about the Jim Crow era. Nobody gives a damn about slavery.
You know you're tap dancing, right? Because a lot of things that you're saying, you're basically reciting white conservative views, white supremacist views. That we shouldn't care about our history, we shouldn't care about this, we shouldn't care about that. The system has got you. The system really got you. And these are some very sellout points that you're making. I don't know who you are. I don't know who raised you. I don't know how you were raised or where you grew up or how you grew up or how you perceive the world. But you lost. You are lost in the darkness. You really are. Why do we still talk about Jim Crow and slavery and all this? Because it affects us today. It affects us today. You don't believe me? Look at the prison system. Look at the school system. Look at how they put immigrants over Black Americans. Some of the stuff didn't die out. It just got reinvented or covered up or switched up to look differently. That's all it is. And it's really sad that we as a people in the Black community, we contribute to our own downfall. That's really sad. And you are part of contributing to the downfall. You need to wake up, my brother. Wake up. Wake the hell up. And look around you. Because some of us still feel those effects to this very day. To this very day. I don't know who you're trying to impress. Well, we all know who you're trying to impress, but I don't know who directly you're trying to impress. But trust me, they'll throw you in the slaughter also. This was a horrible take. It really was.
I mean, when people say slavery ended whatever years ago, I always go, no, slavery ended. I count Jim Crow as part of slavery.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, slavery ended in 1975. The playing field's not equal. 75.
The thing
10 years after my birth.
Yeah. You go, I
And I'm
understand.
not exaggerating. You have sadistic captors.
Yeah.
You ever crack open a Jim Crow book?
Not really.
They're really thick. And the amount of
the rule
laws
book?
just walking down the street and okay, and you're walking, but if a white woman's walking your way, you have to jump, you have to be in the gutter. There's a ton of rules about, how much bread you can buy. It's ridiculous how intricate it was.
Yeah.
Like, I hate all civil rights movies.
What?
Don't get me wrong. I applaud the effort.
Right.
They only show the back of the bus and the lunch counter. They actually make racism look very fixable. And they don't really get into how in the 40s and 50s, white men would just walk in your house and take your food. What do you think would happen during the Depression when people are hungry?
Oh,
and
no,
white people are hungry. And there's black people cooking on that side of town. What do you think would happen? They would walk in your house and take your
Yeah, it's
shit.
like a predator-prey relationship.
It's a predator-prey relationship. What do you think white guys, what do you think when it was time to rape, they were raping white women? No, they would go and rape women they could actually rape without going to jail for. Okay? Or sexual assault, just guys and all that shit. And Jim Crow is so much dirtier than any movie ever shows.
It's insidious. It's in every single act and interaction.
Just the amount of rules that existed. My mother used to get her teeth taken out at the vet
Yeah.
because you weren't allowed to go to the dentist.
My parents are the first people in my family born with equal rights in this country. I was having a discussion over the weekend with someone who is from the South, who's white, and who had not really been around black people. And he said that at a party we were at. He was like, this is the most black people I've been around. And he was a Republican, and I could tell. He started talking about his views, and he said, well, black people, I just feel like you guys all seem like you work hard and you pulled yourself up. Black people complain too much about being black and about racism and about how this country's keeping them down. It's not like my family had a silver spoon. And I said to him, do you understand the systematic racism that was put into place in this country and how that impacted everyone? And he was like, well, yeah, all you guys do is complain about things that happened so long ago. It's not like you were slaves. That was so long ago in the past. And I said, well, my grandmother picked cotton, and my parents were, my mom was born with equal rights, and my dad was born when the year segregation ended. And he was like, that's not true. And I said, people who are 60 years old, they're the oldest people who were the first ones born with equal rights in this country. This is exactly why they want to take away critical race theory. This is exactly why they want to take away DEI. This is exactly why they don't want to teach real history. Because once we take away the air of this happened a millennia ago and we stop talking about it, people will just literally forget it. Can act like it never happened. And that's how revisionist history occurs in this country.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. And you guys have literally seen why I said I don't think this guy is actually an American citizen, because Black Americans have gone through a lot to be seeing this. Slavery never ended. Even till date, I can tell you that slavery is still highly involved in every single thing that is happening. Just that it is now a form of modernized slavery. And if there is anybody that should not touch on that topic, it should be blacks. And these are some of the reasons why some persons will be like, this is why Black Americans are divided. These are some of the reasons that is making a lot of people to be like, Black Americans don't have one agreement. They are not in one agreement. These are some of the reasons that is making a lot of people, especially these white folks, to keep doing what they are doing. Because if they go through this way, one idiot is there to correct them and tell them that, yes, this thing you're doing is absolutely right. You're not doing anything wrong to the Black community. In fact, we, the Black community, deserve what you are doing. These are the kind of people promoting it. Black Americans went through slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, name it. It is okay that you don't want to talk about reparation. It is okay that you don't understand the depth history of what Black Americans are saying, because I feel like if you really understand the history of Black Americans, if you really understand the depth that is involved with slavery, you will not come out and be like, let's forget about slavery, let's forget about Jim Crow, let's move on. Move on to where? Where are we moving on to? Where are we going to? Do we still keep moving on when there are generations, when they are descendants of slaves? Do we still keep moving on, close our eyes and pretend as if nothing happened, when the society is still replicating slavery in one way or the other? I pulled out a video last month where these women, Black women, were sent into farm. White folks sent them into farm to pick beans, or what did they say they are picking? And when you see them, they are old women. Some of them cannot even speak English correctly. And the moment a Black man that knows what he's doing approached them and pulled on his camera and was trying to interview them, the white man drove off. Instantly. Speed. Because there are machines that are supposed to do this. But for the fact that you want to make Black people go back, pick cottons, you are okay. Another white man has literally commented where he said that Black people should get their hands ready to go back and pick cottons. Another one has also commented where he said that Black people should get their hands ready, their legs and hands ready to be chained and move back to slavery. A lot of them come out here and wish that slavery is still intact. A lot of them can literally just be racist and then be applauded, be given money for being a racist. And this is the thing you're telling Black Americans, that they should forget about Jim Crow, they should forget about slavery, they should forget about segregation. It happened in the past, it's not happening again. 1970s is not in the past. It is literally not in the past. Tell that to your president. Because for you to come out and say this, I know that you love white folks. You saw yourself as someone that has proximity to whiteness, despite the fact you are trapped in a black skin color. You saw yourself as someone that you can never appreciate any single thing concerning black. But proximity to whiteness is actually not white. And check out the video you pull out. Not the video didn't even go viral as it's supposed to be. And that is why I said I strongly have that faith, that belief that this man is not a Black American man. I don't know, but just let me know if you think I'm wrong. I feel like this man is not a Black American man. And this man just have to pull out this stone so that it will look like he's attaching himself. So is it that he's residing in America? He's residing in America as an immigrant, but not a citizen. But if this man is a citizen and he is actually doing this, oh my God, sorry. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do what? Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys.